Welcome back to Ladies Love Country.
We're your hosts, two wannabe Aussie cowgirls with big playlists and even bigger energy.
This is your backstage pass to country music, Aussie festivals, and all the chaos that comes with it.
Boots on, mic's hot, let's get into it. Okay, cool.
So today we are joined by one of Australia's rising country stars, Tori Darke. From chart-topping duets to high-energy anthems, she's bringing sass, soul, and some serious talent to the country scene. She's gained national attention with her 2024 appearance on The Voice Australia and is ready to take the stage at Deni Ute Muster in October. Welcome, Tori.
Normally I get Drake or Dork or everything.
Dork.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just
literally got to perform on stage and someone's been like, Tori Darke, and I'm like, awesome.
not really what I was going for, but sure.
Oh my
I mean, yes, total dork at heart, but yeah, when you're about to put on a performance, I'm like, no one's going to take me seriously.
I feel the same way. Welcome, Tori.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming on the pod this morning. We are so excited to chat with you about all your upcoming music, a few festivals that you've got coming up, and just about your music journey to date. So did you want to give us a little intro on what you've been up to the last few months and what you've got coming up for the rest of this year?
Yeah, so the last few months have been really busy for me. I'm currently on the road touring with Lee Kernaghan, so he's an absolute Australian icon. So I open the show and then jump in the band to play acoustic guitar and sing backing vocals. So we're not even halfway through touring this year. We're taking about a 6-week break at the moment, all having a little bit of time off. Well, when I say all of us, I mean everyone else in the band but me. I don't know what downtime is. And I've got a brand new single out at the moment. It's the second single for 2025. And I've got a new single, which I haven't even told anyone, is coming out next week, actually. Being like really like under the radar, being like, oh yeah, cool, I've got a new song coming out. And a few people are like, have you promoted that? Have you talked about it yet? And I was like, oh no, it's going to be like a surprise song. And
What's it
so
called?
yeah,
Can we ask?
so it's called Ashes.
Okay.
So it comes out the 31st of July, which I'm very excited about.
Okay,
but yeah,
that is very soon.
got the scoop. That's literally next week.
You've got the scoop.
But yeah,
So
I've
tell
got
us about it.
Ashes is a song I wrote almost a year ago with a good friend of mine, another country artist, Mel Dyer, and we were doing exactly this. We were writing on Zoom, and I was like, I have this concept that I really want to get into a song somehow. And prior to The Voice, I was still in the music industry, but had sort of pulled back a little bit. I'd become a flight attendant and just sort of taken like that full-time job, being like, oh yeah, I need to get a full-time job because nobody takes a musician seriously. And then COVID hit and kind of everything just went bleh. So that whole full-time job idea really wasn't all it was cracked up to be. And I wanted to get the idea of getting to that point in my music career and in my life where I just wanted to burn everything down and just start again. So this song, although it will sound like it's about this like relationship just burning down and like walking away from it and basically being that phoenix that rises from the ashes, it's kind of a metaphor for my life and my music career, and just really as they would say, taking the bull by the horns and going, no, this is what I'm meant to do, this is where I'm meant to be, and I'm saying goodbye to everything in the past and I'm just moving forward. And yeah, that kind of feels like what it's been like since writing this song. I wrote it in August last year, and since then, it's just been an absolute bullet a gate. I was on The Voice last year, and then I've released, I think I'm onto 3 singles now since The Voice. I'd released one with Brad, released one with Jay Santilli. And then I've got my Boots Made Me Do It out at the moment. I've been out touring all year with Brad, then with Lee Kernaghan, also doing a lot of my own stuff, including some big country music festivals. Have Deni Ute Muster coming up too, which I'm very excited about.
Have you ever been to Deni before?
I have actually. But I was there a couple of years ago with Lee, where we closed the main stage on the Friday night, which was awesome.
Wow.
It is always so much fun. But prior to that, I'd opened the main stage 2 years in a row when I was about 18 and 19. So I was really, really young in the country industry and kind of
Mm.
just, oh my God, like Deni Ute Muster, this is so cool. And there was all these people in their utes and Akubras and people camping in swags in the backs of utes, including my brother and his mates decided to come down.
You didn't get to
So
camp in the swag?
no, no. I was definitely in a motel down the road with my folks. I was like, you
We've
guys
done
can sleep in the cold, but I ain't doing that.
we've done a hard time. Okay.
Yeah, look, I definitely my husband and I kept talking about getting a rooftop tent for our ute
Mm.
and doing that. And I'm like, that I could probably stomach because I'd have
Yeah.
like we'd make it really comfy. Whereas I'm like,
Yeah.
get a bag on a ute bed, like it just doesn't do it for me.
Well, we
Funny
actually
story.
brought a like swag mattress to put in the truck bed last year at Deni Ute. And then we went into the festival and obviously there's just so much going on. So we got so carried away and it rained while we were out, but we didn't really think of anything. And we just had this marquee kind of on top of it, kind of protecting it. And we came back and everything had gone everywhere. The swag tent was like drenched, like,
It
oh
wasn't
my
just
goodness.
rain as well. It was like heavy, heavy wind.
Yeah.
So we'd pegged in like this gazebo over the top of the car, and it had literally snapped in the wind and was anyway. It was a whole thing. So the motel sounds pretty sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, like I am not a princess in any way, shape, or form. I might wear rhinestones but like I'm happy to rough it sometimes, but I'm just like when there's mud and rain and no.
Yeah.
It's nice to be there to be able to enjoy it and then leave.
Yeah, and then like not get hypothermia or something.
Yeah. She's a camper, isn't she?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, I have lots of questions because we jumped through so many things that I wanted to ask you about. Okay, firstly, how was it like writing a song on Zoom? Is that like
Right.
way more challenging?
Like it can be definitely because I'm very used to because when I first started songwriting it was either like myself in my bedroom or my music room or something and you're just writing with yourself and then you might take a song that you've half started to someone else and go hey like I've got this like what do you think or you're starting with something from scratch and generally like someone will be sitting here someone will be sitting here and you're tossing ideas back and forth but as you guys know like being on Zoom there's sometimes a bit of a lag as well. So during COVID, Zoom kind of stepped up the game a little bit and introduced a thing called like sound on for musicians. So you can
Yeah.
turn that on. So it's like original sound for musicians. So it does make that lag a little shortened.
Mm.
But it's just really hard too because when you are writing with say like a male and they might be playing the guitar and singing and then they're singing it in their key and then you're kind of like yeah, yeah, okay and then trying to like get in it's harder to get into the groove I find but if you're
Mm.
writing with like
Oh.
someone that's of a similar like range to you that's also like female or
Mm.
something. It's super simple. My current single, My Boots Made Me Do It, I also wrote on Zoom. So funny story is that My Boots Made Me Do It and Ashes, so the two like back-to-back singles were actually both written on the same day on Zoom.
You're having a good day.
Yeah, I was on a roll. I was like, all right,
Ready
let's
to
do
go.
this Zoom right thing.
Sometimes it
Um,
just goes. So does it usually take like because I've been asking quite a few artists like how long like the typical writing process takes. Sometimes they say they write it in an hour. Sometimes they say they write it in like a whole year. So like so you obviously just like is your usual like you just like try and you just wait for a good day that you're feeling really creative and then like
I wish it worked like that. Especially
yeah
when you are with other people, you're trying to like schedule things in and make things
yeah
work when they're free as well. So some rights, yeah, they will literally be like an hour or a couple of hours, or it might be a long, like grinding all day sort of session. But then there's other days where it's like, all right, well, we just didn't get anything today, and that's okay because you
mm,
can't you can't expect every day to be just pure magic when it comes to songwriting. Some days it just works and it just might not even be the idea. It might just be the person that you're writing with that you really connect and you're really both on the same page. But then there's
mm.
other days where I feel like I've gotten into actual arguments with songwriters being like, no, this is not what I'm trying to write about. And I'm like, you're ruining my idea. What are you doing? So
Right.
I'm very precious, I guess. Like when I do have a song that I really believe in an idea, I want to make sure it's the right fit. And even with my boots made me do it. That was the song title I'd floated with and like an idea I'd floated with a couple of other writers, and they're like, not feeling it. And I was like, that's totally fine. I was like, let's table that and I'll use that down the track. And
Yeah.
when I went to Max Jackson and Gab Carfoot, I was like, so I have this idea. I was like, I know it sounds crazy. Called My Boots Made Me Do It. It's just about all the stupid crap that we do that, the next morning you can go, oh well, my boots made me do it. Like I had no other excuse than not that I was an idiot or not that I shouldn't have drunk that much. It was like, nah, my boots made me do it. That's my excuse. And they were just the right team for that song. And the same
Yeah.
thing with as well, writing that song with Mel. And like I said, some songs I've got a couple of unfinished songs at the moment from recent writes where we've just gone, okay, cool. Like we've sort of gotten like halfway through it. But I think the more you get into your career and the more you get into releasing so regularly, any
Yeah.
song that you write, you want it to be release worthy and you want
Mm.
it to be a song that you come away from a write going, no, I want to do something with that. Because
Mm.
otherwise we could just write songs every day and maybe these nothing songs that just go in the vault and you never pick them out again. So I was writing with Nick Wolf the other day and another songwriter, Jackie McCormack, and we just went, no, there's something here. We just didn't have it in us that day to finish it. We did have a bit of a time schedule.
Yeah.
But it was like, okay, cool. This is a song we really need to come back to, but we just haven't finished it yet, and that's okay. So,
Mm.
yeah, in
So
a nutshell.
do you ever, like, I'm a perfectionist. Do you ever feel like a song is finished, or is it always like a bit of like you just always want to continue working on it? Like, who draws the line? Like,
Um, I think you have to get to a point where you go, that's a great placeholder. Maybe in a couple of weeks' time when we relook at this, we can change a few things. Or
mm,
I recorded a couple of weeks ago my November single, and we literally wrote it on the Tuesday, recorded it on Thursday. And it was one of those songs that we just went, no, like we worked really, really hard at nutting everything out. And there was the second verse, we literally wrote in, one of the guys went to have a coffee and take a break, and he was on Zoom, and then the other two of us were in the room and he was listening the whole time, but we just smashed it out. I'm like, okay, cool, second verse done. But the first verse and the chorus took us forever to get to, like almost all day. And then from there it
uh,
was like, we've already got the chorus, we've got the first verse, we've got the second verse, we just need like this bridge part. So it's just, yeah, it just, some songs you want to quit on and some songs you want to keep changing, but you're only changing it to make it better, I think. And
Mm.
if you're really sold on a song and the writing, it's because it either means something to you or because it really is that solid. A lot of the writes that I have done, or even releases that I have done recently, we've tweaked when we've gone into the recording phase and gone, okay, cool, like that doesn't make that much sense, and let's change those few words around, or let's change this, or let's move this here. And I think that's just you are a perfectionist when you're a writer. And even when I'm doing,
yeah,
content or media, I don't post anything unless that looks amazing and people, or sounds amazing and people go, yeah, cool, like I'm invested, because
yeah,
it's a lot of time and it's a lot of effort, and especially when recording music, it's a lot of money and hard work behind it.
Mm.
So unless
yeah.
you are really behind everything that you do and really sold on it, I don't think it's worth putting out.
Mm. I was also going to say, when you write songs, do you also think about the performance of them and like how you may perform them on a tour or in that sort of sense? Like, I guess it's not just about the listener listening on their like in their headphones or on a speaker. It's also like
Yeah.
how like My Boots Made Me Do It. I can imagine, you can just imagine being on stage and singing that song and having that presence. And like,
Mm,
does that kind of come into play when you're writing songs like that?
great questions, Luke.
Absolutely. There's definitely some songs where, we'll start writing a song and I'm like, no, too sad, don't need another sad song. Or no, too slow, don't need another song this time. My Boost Made Me Do It was exactly one of those ones. I really wanted that like bluesy kind of Shania, like old school Shania Twain feel.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um, and so that one was definitely from the get-go. I was like, no, I have this vibe for it. It's the song that you want to line dance to. It's the song that you want to dance to. I can't line dance to save my life. So
We can
um
teach you. Sorry, Holly can teach you.
Amazing. I would love that. There's like 10 line dances that have been created to this, and I can't do any of them because they all look so complicated. And then there's legs shaking and moving, and I'm like, uh,
Oh my God, this is actually perfect. So we're actually for Deni, we're actually running a line dance, like activation on the main stage. We're just gonna do some simple ones, but maybe we should learn yours.
Yeah.
And
there's
then you can come up and do it with us.
I'll definitely have to send it to you. There's an incredible
Oh yeah.
line dance, a group out of the Central Coast, or the Hunter Valley created, and it's even gone viral. Like it's gone overseas. There's some
Cool.
really cool line dancers in America doing it, and I'm like, that looks so cool, but I would look so silly.
We'll do it because we do like a weekly line dance or like Holly's. Yeah, you say Holly.
Which not my territory. Testament that anyone can do a line dance. She's improved dramatically.
Practice makes better.
So we've been doing
Alright,
weekly line dances because I do think it's like a repertoire. Like once you start learning a couple, you start to like repertoire. Try to start. You have a bit of a line dance repertoire now.
I don't think I can remember all of them, but yeah.
I can do the scoot and boogie. Like I've known that since I was a child, and that's super simple. I can do that one, and it kind of goes to any song.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when it comes to songwriting, my November single, I can tell you the title. I can't tell you much else about it because it's a really big project we're working on, but it's called Build Me a Man.
Oh, we love.
Yeah, so it's like I mean, for any of those girls out there that are lost looking for love, just going, please God, like build me a man. He needs to be like this, and this. So I mean that song specifically is something we're working really, really hard on with even the concept of the music video, the stage performance, the promo shots, everything around that whole project will be really cool. And it's it's a creative process from start to finish, whether it's writing the song, whether it's doing the content, how your hair and makeup's done, like it all plays a really, really big part of it. Even I did a whole content shooting day yesterday, and it was like, all right, so how are you wearing your hair? And I was like, curly. But you know, sometimes it's just like you want a specific look, or you want something a little more edgy, or something a little more country, or you want a bit more Jane, or you want rhinestone. And it definitely, every time I write a song, the whole process, like my little brain is just going. And if I'm like, no, this isn't where I'm envisioning it, then I'm like, all right, we need to pull away from that and head in a different direction. So
Yeah. So if you're doing a music video for your Build Me a Man, does that mean your husband gets a little shout out? Is he gonna be in the music video?
He will refuse. My poor husband has been in 3 music videos so far. And he was probably, you know, dragged kicking and screaming. And I think if it comes down to like a build me a man, it's probably going to be a shirtless man. So he's like tapping out, like pay a model to do.
I'm like imagining a Ken doll with the cowboy hat on.
Yeah, basically that's what we're envisioning. Riding a horse or something, or like lumberjack, who knows?
Yeah, the flano.
Speaking of, we actually have a segment on our podcast that we do every week, and it's Cowboy Crush of the Week.
Cowboy Crush of the Week.
So do you have a cowboy, or you can have a cowgirl? We also always like to
give some love to the girls.
Exactly.
Oh, look, I mean, how can you go wrong with Riley Green at the moment? So my husband's like, oh, you're looking at your boyfriend again? I was like, he's not my boyfriend. He just happened to Instagram.
Oh my God, the tear around that is so funny. I can't keep up.
God. I was like so invested. I'm like, was it Ella Langley? Was it Megan Maroney? Like, is it someone else?
100%.
But we've talked about this before, and I'm convinced it's a publicity stunt now. There's too much drama around it.
Absolutely. And I think you know, there's a lot of things at the moment, even Zach Bryan at the moment and his love life. We were running in Noosa a couple of months back, and he was literally running in Noosa with Hannah Duncan, and we were like, oh my God, new girlfriend. Like, and now it's a new girlfriend that looks like Brianna Chicken Fried. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Wait, yeah, I saw that and I was like, it looks identical. Yeah. Identical.
Yeah. So I mean, he said hello to me. So that's my claim to fame, that Zach Bryan said hello to me in Noosa.
Yeah. So he's not cancelled in your eyes.
So we'll be getting a duet soon.
Still on the brown and chicken fried train, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, sorry. So okay, that brings me to my next question is if you had a dream like collaboration with another artist, who would it be? You don't have to say Zach Bryan.
That would be a really tough one because a couple of years ago when I was on The Voice, I got to sing like my all-time favorite song with Keith Urban, which is Stupid Boy. So I feel like I've already had that like dream collab of being like, oh, hello. And singing a song that I absolutely adore and love that's a Sarah Buxton song. And
yeah.
I mean, if I could ever collab with Keith again, absolutely. But to be honest, this day and age, I think I'd love to collab with more girls. I absolutely love collaborating with Jay Santilli earlier on in the year, and there's just like a different kind of chemistry when you're on stage
Yeah.
with a girlfriend. And country music is, completely thriving with females now, and I think it's really important to get behind each other a lot more. There's so many incredible Australian artists and American artists that are all flying that like woman sort of flag.
Yeah.
There's a lot of festivals getting announced and there's one girl on the lineup. So it's kind of like, come on, like if we can just
Yeah.
get behind and collab a bit more together. And it's I've got Jay Santilli performing at a lot of my festivals with me this year. Just because I love and adore her and she's an incredible talent. I'm like, well, one, we get to sing our song. And then two, like you get to be on the bill too, which, is really important to me. Is just getting behind other artists and supporting others. So I think if I had to choose like another American at the moment, I'd probably say like Ella Langley because she's just killing it and I love her style and her southernness. So I think
very
it would be
authentic.
like I feel that she would just be someone that would be just so easy breezy and just like this is me, take it or leave it. And I love
Yeah, that's actually very good. Yeah, she is very easy breezy, isn't she? Um, cool. So, I have another question, but it's just slipped my mind.
I was going to ask, so you're at Deni this year. Do you have a pre-show ritual that you do kind of before you get on stage? Because you're on the Friday at 4 p.m. Is that right?
Yeah, so we're closing the day stage on Friday. So we're headlining the day stage, which is really exciting. On the Friday. So at the moment, my pre-ritual on stage touring with Lee has been Fireball. So it'll probably be like some of these. Sounds really bad that I've got like a half open bottle of Fireball in my office with me. But no, it's just like I guess before we go on stage, like we did a really big festival last month in June called Country Fest, and me and the band were all backstage with our little bottles of Fireball, and we just took like a little swig out of them because they're quite I
We
was
used to
like,
drink them
oh,
all the time.
shot. And I was like, there's like 2 shots in this little bottle. I was like, we're all good.
Those little things are so good. Yeah, I don't drink anymore, but I used to, and those things were so on the rotation. They were great.
I'm not a big drinker myself. I'm very
Yeah.
much a two Sam. So like my Fireball shots are like in a shot glass that's like a centimeter full. That's about it.
It's all you need. Just yeah. I remember what I was going to say before. Well, you were mentioning about like how it's like so important to like be really pushing like female artists in the space, like particularly because like it's obviously been very male dominated the last few years, well, decades, let's say. So yeah, I just wanted to say like we're so glad that you could make the time to like come and chat with us because that's kind of one of the reasons why we started Ladies of Country and like we love like we want to be able to like promote the female artists in the space and obviously there's a lot of amazing up and coming female artists yourself included. So yeah, we're just so excited to have just like a girl chat with you and like as you said like songwriting with women is a different level of chemistry and I feel like it's just a girl chat no more explanation needed but yeah so thanks so much for coming on and chatting with us and then I also want to say because we were talking about boots earlier you have a beautiful collection behind you. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
So all of these top ones are actually called Wet Kiss. So they have been sponsoring me and sending me some incredible boots. And I've got anything from Steve Madden, Ringers Western, Ariat, Corel. I am a massive boot fiend. I've got like some sparkly tassel ones over here as well. I've got rhinestone orange and
Oh my God. So where do you have a stylist or like for all your fits for your shows? Like how do you do that? Because you are the stylist. Amazing.
I'm the stylist, I'm the hairdresser, I'm the makeup artist. It's something I've worked really hard on the last couple of
Mm,
years. Like when I was younger, I was very much like, nope, gotta have someone for every photo shoot to do my hair, to do my makeup. And I'm actually like an ex-beauty therapist. So when I was doing years of beauty, like I did makeup
yeah.
quite a lot, and I had to get really good at doing my own hair and makeup for stage because you can't always have someone photo you or afford it. And also too, like photo shoots and things too, or content shoots these days is such a big thing that if you have someone with you every day, 5 days a week, that's really expensive, and it's also really time consuming. So if you can do a lot of it yourself, I
Yeah.
have a couple of custom outfits coming currently that I'm working on with a few designers, which I'm very excited about. And I just wore one recently in Country Fest. At Country Fest, it was like this black lace long sleeve crop that had like tassels and rhinestones, and then a skirt that was like a sort of upside down I guess like a triangle sort of cut
Oh, cool.
with
We'll put a little
tassels.
thing in this. Yeah.
Yeah, so just trying to it's always really hard because again like being women in country and that country space now and that Western wear is so popular. It's so easy to buy the same things as your peers and you rock
Yeah.
up to festivals going cute outfit because you're wearing the same thing. Or
Understand.
I've seen, I've bought different things that then I've seen a couple of other Aussie country artists wear, and I'm like, okay, I'll wait a year and then I'll wear that. So I've
Oh, that
started, yeah, with a lot of my clothing too, I rhinestone it or I tassel it myself. I get very creative, and then even like some of my boots, I've added extra rhinestones too, or I just try to be very unique in what I'm wearing on stage now, so that it's not sort of not necessarily copied or anything, but I feel like it's such a safe space to be creative and to be yourself and to really create your image and your sound and your vibe, like in that look.
yeah.
So it's been something I've worked really, really hard on the last couple of years is just sort of defining that. So it's a forever work in progress. And if I find a new pair of boots, I'm like, ooh, I need an outfit to go with those. So then I'm like, hey, what do I already have that could go with that, or what can I create that will go with that? So
That's
yeah, I'm a little
fantastic.
bit excited on what I'm working on at the moment. So I bought a new pair of boots and I was in New York last month, and yeah, I'm excited to create an outfit to go with those.
Are you just creating them for yourself or they're going to be for sale?
Sometimes I've had friends like want me to make them things,
Ah,
and if I had more time on my hands, I absolutely would. Um,
yeah.
Yeah, like one-off things that when someone's like, "Oh, can you like do me a jacket like that?" Or I actually made my whole band, the girls I made rhinestone tassel jackets, like black denim jackets, and I sewed
Mm.
rhinestones onto all of them. And then for the boys, we went just black tassels. And the boys actually were more excited than the girls. It was hilarious. I've got
Ah,
two guys, two girls in my band, and the girls had like the rhinestone ones, and the boys had the tassels. And I swear, I just caught them in the mirror all the time doing this, like I'm just like, oh my gosh.
divas.
They're like, do you want us to give these back? I was like, no, no, they're yours. I said, really? It's like, I've always wanted one. I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? I've created a monster. And now they're like, do you reckon we can get like matching hats too? And I'm like, just let's ease up a bit. Just hold on.
Oh my God, how good.
That's so funny.
We were at Fresh Country last night, which was run by Chug Music and was it Max's band?
Yeah.
And they she had
They've
just
all
three
got the-
guys and they've got like they have like color coordinated like matching like retro tees and one of them was
yeah.
like from Brooks and Dunn from like the 90s
Way back. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they're like all flaming. It was so
So
cool.
funny.
That is so, yeah, I think that's a really big thing now with a lot of us is trying to create a look for like not just yourself, but also your band too. Like
Mm.
it's quite funny because sometimes when you let your band dress themselves, you're like, oh no. No, no, no.
Because it is at the end of the day, it is all your brand, right? And it's like we talked about Ella Langley. I think she's done really well at creating a style that people know is her with her leopard print and all that kind of stuff. And I do think
Tambourine.
exactly it adds so much, and then people do recognize it and people want to dress like her and things like
Yeah.
that. It just adds so much to the whole, it's not just about being a singer-songwriter. You know what I mean? Like there is so much to the industry. I think people don't realize that thought goes into it, which is so cool. I guess this is why we love this podcast, is to hear that people are like there are so many decisions that you make behind like the doors that go into
Like
everything.
even Lainey, like her kind of movement on like body image, like that's just so great for the young girls. Like all her bootleg jeans and like, oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a really important part of country music, I think, recently too, because it
Yeah.
has been so much more popular that it's like, well, a lot of people just think like the daggy like they think country music and they go, oh, it's so daggy, like it's just a cowboy hat and a flannelette shirt and pair of jeans. And it's like, I literally call myself rhinestone cowgirl Barbie half the time because I
I
am
love that.
definitely like a rhinestone princess and I love that. But it's also too what so many people identify me as now too when it comes to my look. They know that it's always going to have some sort of a sparkle, whether it's my boots or whether it's my clothes. And it's like Lainey Wilson. She is that bell bottom queen. Ella Langley's got that flowy, black, dark sort of like it's not very
Mm.
often that you see Ella in a lighter color. It's usually quite dark, serious. And
Mm.
you've got like other people like Kelsey, which is very like high-end fashion with a bit of country. And it's really cool. Max Jackson has her own style with her cut off like denim crops and then her denim flares. And
Yeah.
it's just creating a space where you can feel safe to be yourself and feel safe to
Mm.
really express how you feel and how you want to look. And I think that's what's really exciting about country music, whether you're a guy or a girl. There's so many guys now too that have really, some have gone down that like flat cap or they've gone a cowboy hat or
Yeah.
they're no hat at all. Or it's just everyone sort of, Lee Kernigan, he's iconic. He has his black Akubra. And it's creating a space on stage where you can feel confident and comfortable to be yourself, which I love.
Yeah, I was even gonna say Brad Cox. He even has such a distinct style. I remember,
Sunny.
yeah, and like the colorful clothes. Like I remember him walking out when he
Singlet under the shirt.
but you could just tell him from a mile away. And I feel like that's what you want. You want like the people just recognize you for that little bit of something.
Yeah.
It's
It's
so cool.
identifiable not just to the
Mm.
sound, but also the look where you go, if you can't necessarily hear what someone's playing or see, it's kind of like bringing the two together and going, oh yeah, cool, that looks like Tori Darke. I think that's Tori Darke. Oh, that sounds like Tori Darke. Yeah, look, it is Tori Darke. Look at the look. Like,
Yeah. 100%.
it's a good space to be in right now. Country music is so cool and I love that.
Country is cool. So we've got one last question for you, Tori, and it's what's next for you in country music?
Well, for the rest of the year, I've got another 3 singles to drop still. So I've got one next week. I'll have a September single and also a November single, which is really exciting. I've got Deni Ute Muster. I've got Sunset Bash. I've also got Gimpy Muster in a couple of weeks. Queen Bee
See
and
that.
Music Muster. I've got lots going on. I've got a headline show in a couple of weeks, which has got I think 2 tickets left, so which is really exciting. Back in my hometown of Camden. Just more touring with Lee as well. I've got the rest of the year on the road with Lee. We're doing South Australia, Western Australia, Tassie, some more New South Wales and Queensland gigs as well. So I still feel like I'm around the country for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of exciting things going into 2026, some festivals
Yeah.
and things to lock in and just continually I love what I do and I'm so lucky that I get to call this a job. Like I work from home during the week and work on the brand, work on the music, work on the sound. I'm self-managed with the help of like my husband and I have a really small, incredible team. And it's just I'm very grateful to be doing what I get to do and I get to do this every day and some days I'm like, all right, I need a day off today and then I can never take a day off because I'm constantly like, oh, I have an idea for this and you're voice memoing something, you're writing something down, you're jumping on the emails. So yeah, just a lot is going on. A lot I can't really talk about yet, but there'll be some really exciting things going into 2026 and just continually working on new music, which is exciting.
Oh, awesome. Well, we'll have to catch up if you can tell us more. Maybe next time we see you, maybe at Gimpy, 'cause we'll be there as well.
I would love that. I'll be at
Yeah.
Gympie on Friday, so hopefully I'll see you guys there.
Well, thank you so much, Tori, for coming on. It was such a great chat and definitely good to talk to another female in the country music industry and kind of get your say on the country music industry in terms of where a female artist. And it was so lovely, and we really appreciate all your time.
And we're jealous of your boots.
Yeah.
You need to come up with a boot line or something.
Yeah.
With all your free time you have.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something that I will one day get to, but for now I'm like just living in my own country boot space.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
Thanks so
cool.
much,
Well,
girl.
thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
See ya. Bye.
That's a wrap on this week's episode of Ladies Love Country. If you laughed, learned something, or just love a bit of chaos, give us a follow, leave us a review. You'll find us on Instagram and TikTok at Ladies Love Country for extra gossip and behind the scenes cowboy grade nonsense. Until next time, keep your boots on and your playlist loud. Yeah!